everybody, and welcome back to more RimWorld. Ba-na-na, ba-na-na, bum, bum. I think that's how we'll do it. More RimWorld. Yes, yes. Okay, so, like I mentioned in the previous episode, we're probably going to start a new world. My biggest reason for that is I was recommended a couple new mods, plus I added some myself. So, as you see here, we have quite a few. So, I think it'll be worth the restart, especially because we didn't get too far. And I've also been told a few things, like, for example, that we need to put up building supports. Didn't know that. But, yeah, I think it's for the best. What I'm also going to do is I'm going to look through these and see basically what they're about. I'm kind of thinking of just staying with Crash Landed. I think that's just going to be the best thing to do. We're also still going to stay with Adventure Oh, excuse me. Thank you. Adventure Story. We're going to do Reload Anytime mode. I think what I'm going to do, right? I'm kind of... okay, so... Anomaly. I don't necessarily want to have it fully off because I wonder if it could be really fun. So what I'm going to do, I'm kind of thinking of really turning it down. Let me see. Anomaly threats are linked to the activation of the Void Monolith. Okay, so we have to find something called a Void Monolith to turn it on. So what I'll do, let's turn this to 6%. Yeah, good enough. And then let's turn that to 20%. How's that look? That way when we are ready to do it, we could just activate it and yay, hooray. But I think turning it down might be the good thing to do. I don't know. Proceed. Why not? We'll do comedian. Everything should be ready to go. Everything's the same here. Okay. So what we're going to do, we're going to look for somewhere somewhat similar to what we had last time. I'm going to set up an ideology because I forgot to mention it, but we did not have one in the previous. And yeah, we're basically just going to restart. I'm going to set up a little itty bitty base and then I'll see you guys in a little bit and show you what we got. I'm also probably going to spend like over an hour trying to figure out what all this is. And finally, one thing I did not make clear, but I'm going to make it clear now, is we are playing big modded, so to speak. I mean, you saw the mods at the start. I've also made a collection that you can find down below. Why, hello! Okay, so armed with the new knowledge that I have... We restarted, obviously. I'm just going to be doing my best. So here's a brief layout of what we got. Extremely mountainous area. I think we're literally just going to overtake this whole section up here and make it a base. Because the only area people are going to be able to attack us from is from the left and from the right. Ideally. So, I didn't end up making an ideology because... Quite frankly, I couldn't figure out what I really wanted to do, so maybe that's something we'll do in the future. I was also told that our stockpile needs to be inside, so what I'm doing is I'm trying to make like a bit of a hallway. It's gonna lead to like a huge stockpile zone, and then we're gonna have like a research area, and then we're gonna have a big old middle section which leads over here. Maybe we could do some like fishing and stuff. We do also kind of need to wall this off, but we'll just see what happens when the time comes. And then it'll like lead over here. There'll be bedrooms and stuff. We'll have like a big old generator room. I think that's what we're gonna do. Also, our people did change just a little bit. Sally is obviously exactly as she was. We also now have Stench, which is a pretty funny name. He apparently used to be Sally's ex, which is hilarious. So he has like minus 15 with her or something. Yeah, so Sally does not She's not a huge fan of him, apparently, but he's a huge fan of her. And we also have a Moyo. Why? Because I want to. Now, as for what she has, she was a bright child, so a bunch of buffs, and was a defector. I'll think up some lore later. She apparently really likes animals, and she also likes researching and whatnot. She also has something called Stun, which is apparently a psionic ability, because I guess Moyo are like super sensitive to that stuff. So overall, we got a pretty good team. We don't have beds and stuff set up yet, which, you know, it is the first night, so I guess that's to be expected. We also found a ancient monolith, which I'm gonna take a wild guess and say that that has to do with anomaly, so we're gonna ignore it for the moment. And we will just deal with it when the time comes. Now, I am gonna speed up time. Everyone is gonna have to sleep under the stars for tonight. Not great, but it's what we got. I do think I'm gonna set up like a temporary room over here where everyone can get some actual sleep. Oh, right, I need to do a schedule too. Oh, man. Okay, so work. Let's just do this whole section. Let's see. 3, 6, 7. Yeah, 8 hours of work. Actually, you know what? We'll be kind. A little bit of recreation. Then a bit more work. Then we'll do... Actually, you know what? Let's do that. Then let's do this. I think that looks good. It looks good to me. They have a little bit of recreation time in between their working and whatnot. So ideally, that keeps them happy. Now, stuff we do need to do. Recreation. Let's put a horseshoe pin down, just like right here. Then let's do nutrient paste. We'll do a furniture. Let's do a wall lamp. About right. Right there. Wait. Right there. Perfect. Then we will put a torch right here. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. This is already looking like a real base. And then we'll set up beds and stuff once we get that going. Ideally. I also have just like a dumping grounds over here because we didn't have that last time. Okay, as soon as they get mining, we're going to set up a little house. It should be relatively nice. There we go, mining away. Okay, now we pause. Let's do architect. Give me a second. I'm trying to remember where everything is. I'm sorry. Structure, wall. Good. So let's go. Okay, boom. Boom. Then let's make some beds. If I can remember how. Give me just a moment. It's not quite enough room. Well, you know what? This will just be the sleeping area. I think that's what we'll do. That's probably for the best. Bed. Aha! So, yeah. Let's do bed. Let's turn this, and then bed. And then we'll have our animal sleep right here. Nice old guard animal. What do we even have? What is our animal? I think it's a dog. I think we got a dog. There's a bear? Hopefully we don't need to worry about that. We're gonna pretend that we don't need to worry about that. Where is our animal? Oh, here it is. It is a Yorkshire Terrier. Ah. Let's see. And then we will also do a... Where's the torch? Aha! Torch. Right here. And then, because we might need it, we'll put a campfire right there. Perfect. That is a wonderful little sleeping zone for now. Then ideally, we're gonna expand this out all the way. Actually, here I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna autosave just in case. Let's do new arrivals. Yeah, why not? Let's do orders mine. So what I want to do is I want to have this whole section mined out, right? And then maybe even like, and ideally that should just be good. Like that's quite a bit of room for stockpiling, I hope. So we're just gonna hope for the best. Now the range of our column is actually pretty good. So ideally we don't need to worry too much about that. We also have a column right underneath stench. I know it's a little bit hard to see, but source, just trust me, I guess. And yeah, so overall I'd say this is a pretty good start. I don't think them sleeping out in the cold is great, but you know what? It's what we got for the moment. A local gazelle has gone mad. Why are you so mad? Huh? Why are you so mad? Well, it is actively coming for us. So, Sally? I'm sorry, but you must kill it. Come on, Sally. Come on over. Come on over here. Alright, steel yourself. Now, fire! Good stuff, good stuff. Shoot it. Ow! Okay, well, that didn't work quite so well. Ooh, that slow is actually pretty crazy. You know what? Kill it! Actually, wait a minute. Freckles, you... Interesting. That stun seems very powerful. Wow, yeah, that stun seems kind of crazy. Speaking of, we need a medical bed. That's something I didn't realize I needed until now. Alright, you guys are all done. Do as you're gonna do. Sally, you're getting in bed. Excellent. And we can use that. Okay, great. Stench joked about favorite clothes with Sally. Buddy, she already doesn't like you. You're just giving her more reason not to. Overall, I am willing to say this base is certainly coming along, right? So, I don't know if we need them, but we've got a vent for both of these rooms. And then we've got a door. You know, I don't know if we really need the doors, but it looks more aesthetically pleasing. At some point, I am going to expand our storage area, and I'm also trying to make it a, I'm trying to put down, like, actual flooring, just so it looks a little bit nicer. Apparently, we can also smooth out these walls, which is something that I think we desperately need to do, because it'll look a bit better. And something else that I noticed is, oh, apparently she had to rebuff Stench, which she was not a fan of. But, they hate this little room. So we need to expand this room greatly. So what I'm thinking of doing, right? This can become the medic, or like the medical place. And then what we can do is maybe like over here, because I'm going to expand the hallway upwards and to the left. And then we'll just keep going upwards to this big, huge zone. And so what I'm thinking, right, if we make like itty-bitty rooms just all along right here, I think that would make everyone quite happy. And then worst case, we could always move like the prisoner area, if we ever need it, over here. And just, you know, reinforce this wall a little bit. Maybe make like a blockade right here. I think it's coming along. I'm also extremely late at getting our plants going. But we're planting rice, and we're planting potatoes. I'm just kind of hoping that that's good enough. We also have a fueled stove. Our bills are just cook simple meals. It should be good enough. We have a butcher table. I'm setting up a chessboard. And ideally, that's just, like, good for now. It's not perfect, but I think it's getting there. No. Yeah, we're just not gonna do that. No, I don't think you're gonna do that. No, no, no. No! You killed it! You! Oh, you're getting it. Apparently we can't use done. I guess you're just not good enough, or what? You know what? Kill it. There is nothing else to be done. You killed my dog, you die! You get what you deserve. We'll get another animal, I suppose, but... Man... That's really lame. I mean, Cougar Revenge? I mean, yeah. Aww. Poor Stench. Let me see, how do you feel about that? Intense pain. Well... -8. Such a tender, unique animal. This universe is evil. Oh, that's gonna happen a lot, isn't it? I mean, to be fair, at some point I intended us to have, like, a big wall, but, you know, just didn't get it up before a freaking dog died. Now, it doesn't help that so many wild animals are just hanging out next to us, but I don't know if this is a good idea. I mean, okay, in theory, it looks good, but is it good? Probably not. So, we got our growing zone here, growing zone here. I kind of changed how they looked a little bit, excuse me. So, what I'm doing... the thought process behind it anyway, we are just gonna make like one huge zone, I guess, and then what we can do, because apparently animals will attack doors, so what we'll do is we can do structure, right? Then we do fence, and then fence gate, right? So that keeps the animals away from our door, so we don't have to worry about that. And then I think we just do that on both sides. So we go boom, 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 and then boom. We don't need to worry about this side because that's going to be all walled off. We don't need to worry about this because if they come to attack through here, then I don't know, they have other stuff planned, I guess. Apparently we can claim the ancient bed. So, yeah, expansion is slow, right? Because we keep getting into fights, and we keep getting beaten up. Speaking of getting beaten up in fights, we have company. And he seems to have a bit of a scary weapon, being a machine pistol. So what we're going to do, before anyone even has a chance, we're going to draft... I don't think we can stun yet. So let's just hang out right here. Let him get as close as possible. I don't know where he's going right now. Maybe he's just kind of like preparing and then he's going to attack. That's what happened last time, at least. I want to deal with this bear, but the bear is, you know, a bit scary. They are beginning their assault. Okay. I see his assault went very well. What was your plan here? ambrosia, wake up, and a machine pistol. So don't go near the mega spiders. Apparently we can tame them. That's scary. Buddy, I think you're dead. I'm not even gonna attempt to go for your loot because it doesn't seem wise. Maybe it's worth taming these, but for the moment, let's just pretend that he never showed up and look back at our plans. So I'm gonna put a third wooden column right here because that seemingly is like the max range, give or take. So I want to try and get a column anywhere that there is a range, because ideally I don't want anything collapsing on us if we can help it. Obviously, you know, if it happens, it happens, but in a perfect world, it doesn't happen. I also would like this bear to get out of here, but, you know, that's easier said than done. Bears kind of do whatever they want. I do also wish that we had a little bit more people so that building all of this was a tad easier, but you know what? As long as we get it going, that's what matters. Apparently gazelle meat has rotted away, but that's fine. Something we should probably debate doing is actually having people going to bed at different times. That way there's a constant stream of production that's happening. That's probably worth looking into at some point. Okay, Stench is fully recovered, so he's going to go on and do his thing. So we're trying to cut down every single tree within this walled off area. And then we're probably going to, like, smooth everything out, so it's like that, mostly. And then over here, maybe we'll, like, smooth it out to be a bit more like that. That's the plan. We'll see how it goes. But, again, in a perfect world, this will probably be a pretty efficient little building that we've got here. We don't have an animal to worry about with this bear anymore, so that's nice. And once we cut down all these trees, we should be able to have enough wood to where everything is good to go. And we do also have a decent amount of food in storage, so we don't need to worry about that either. We have a tiny bit of rice that's growing. You know what? Actually, Freckles, let's get the rice going. We need food growing ASAP. Because if we can make like a stockpile of food, we're going to be good. But if we have no stockpile, nothing growing, we're just going to die. And it's not going to be good. Not to mention, we can also increase our stockpile area up here, especially if we're going to expand. And then we're going to build up this way, over to the right. Oh, it's going to be good. It's going to be really, really good. We just got to get there, and ideally this bear doesn't randomly go aggro on us. But he's actually been kind of fine, despite it all. I mean, it's probably only a matter of time, but at least Freckles has a stun. That'll be helpful. Yeah, we definitely need to change our priority as far as, like, sleeping and everything goes. But to be fair, I think them having break times and being able to just sort of do whatever they want every so often is going to help with happiness a lot more. As well as, there's a ton to do right now, but there won't be a ton to do later. So it's kind of like a it sucks now, it'll be good later deal. Also, the bear really just went over to the built side of everything just to go to sleep, I guess. Well, if we can build this wall while he's still out there, then we don't need to worry about him because we have a fence around the door, so that's reassuring. And we also don't need to worry about this guy because the mega spiders just absolutely decimated him. Yeah, look at that. That's a nice little home away from home we got going. You know what, Stench? I actually... we don't have enough wood, I see. Well, we will have enough wood at some point. We just don't have it yet. Once we actually start cutting down those trees, I won't be quite as big of a problem. And yes, I am fully aware that we're using a ton of wood, but we're also cutting down a bunch of trees, so, you know, there is that. Moyo blood bags. I don't know how important those are at the moment. Meh. Oh, we're getting rained on. Interesting. Oh, good thing we've got so many roofs. Now, low food. Yeah, I know. That is, that's what I'm worried about. Transport pod crash. A test subject named Lynx is crashing in a transport pod nearby. If she survives the impact, she will be badly wounded. Huh. Lynx, huh? Sally? Hang on. Hang on. We can do this. Wait a minute. How do I want to do this? You know what? For the moment, here's what we're gonna do. Let's do a bed right here. It's not perfect, but it'll do. Stench. Work on this bed. Come on. Okay. This is going to be a medical. Now, Sally, you go get Lynx. Go rescue her. Stench, come get this club. Actually, you know what? We could just haul it. Ah, it'll be fine. Okay, so you two are going to go rescue Lynx. Ideally, Lynx is going to become someone that we can actually rely on inside our territory here. The bear is still hanging out, but you know what? That's fine. We can also cut down all of these stumps. So I believe that means that they're not going to regrow in our territory. Not 100% sure about that, but it seems right. The bear also is continuing to be somewhat tame for the moment. Okay. Come along, Lynx. You are going to be very well taken care of. We'll also haul that. I know Lynx, technically, being in the kitchen to recover isn't great, but you know what? We're making do, right? We are making do. Gunshot tended. Really? You were stabbed and you were shot. Okay. Let me see. Your whole body has extreme blood loss. You're bruised. You're stabbed. You're barely conscious. She has extremely low expectations. Well, that's great. You're gonna love it here. Freckles shared beliefs on the relationship between childhood loves and alien conspiracies with Sally. I see. Alright, well. Everyone keep doing what you're doing. Now, the only one I want to work on medical is Sally. Hang on. I want to set that up. Actually, Stench is apparently quite good at it as well. So yeah, we'll take that off. We'll just let Stench and Sally take care of that. I don't want Freckles doing it. And I do also want to set up a mess hall in here. But we just have so much to worry about for the moment that I'm kind of fine with this just being what it is. Okay, so let's do that. Is it a good idea to build another one of these? Okay, you know what? I'm gonna put one down because I intend to do a roof. And then what we'll do orders, mine. Let's mine this out. And we can expand that. Let's mine that out. Okay. Yeah, this should be plenty of room for storage. Transport, we already saved you, so that's fine. Okay, everyone doing their thing. Freckles is meditating. It is a little bit dark. We have struck compacted machinery. That is okay. We will deal with it. Okay, good stuff. I'm gonna go ahead and expand the zone. There we go. Oh, and I also want to expand the zone down here. There we go. Look at that. That is a colossal storage area. We're never gonna need to expand that for the most part. And then this is also our junk area right here. It seems good. That's a lot of space, right? And you know what? I'll even expand one more. Boom. That is more than enough space. We're not going to need more than that for now. We do need to start putting these sandstone chunks and stuff to good use, though. So what I'm thinking we could do is maybe... Would it have been a good idea to actually make this as like a... Hang on. Because we can make different types of walls, can't we? Let's do structure... We could do steel and silver. Okay, so we can't turn it into walls. I was thinking maybe that would have been the play. But if we can't do it at all, then, well, whatever. Okay, everyone doing their thing. Let's target all the stumps and get those chopped because we need as much wood as possible. Ideally not within our borders. Lynx is resting up, we're resting up, and we are going to work on a barracks as quickly as possible. Which I want to put, like, right here. I also want to put a medical room somewhere, but we're working on that. We are working on it. Let's see, what we could do. We could... Oh, Lynx is no longer incapable of walking. Good! Lynx is thankful that you rescued her. She has decided that she would rather stay than leave and is joining your colony. Well, welcome aboard, Lynx. A pleasure to have you. You are apparently amazing at melee. You're good at cooking. Oh, you're good at cooking, are you? Then you're going to be our chef. Let's see. So we'll do this. Where's cooking? Cook. Good stuff. Okay. You are going to be in charge of it. Welcome aboard, Lynx. There's also a minor break chance from Lynx just because she is in so much pain. That's okay. You'll be all right. We'll take care of it. To be fair, you did just fall from space, so I can't even really blame you that you're like super upset. Lynx, if you could though, once you're ready, we really gotta get food going. Like, really, really bad. Just any and all kinds of food that we can get growing, we need to do, like, now. Also, a train is going by outside. That's awkward. But yeah, we gotta get food going and growing because, especially with one more mouth to feed, this is gonna get out of hand really, really quickly. I almost wonder if we're moving too slow. Maybe I've been prioritizing the wrong works. Or, follow, other side of the coin, maybe I haven't prioritized the right works enough. Why is that happening? Fire? We're not gonna worry about that. Yeah, I'm sure that's fine. Dry thunderstorm. Oh, okay. Huh. What do we do about this? We just deal with it, I guess? Okay, we're attempting to put it out, it seems. Okay. So that's something we need to worry about, is just random thunderstorms, just in the middle of the day. Is that what we're doing now? Okie dokie. Well, that's good to know. Oh boy. Okay, so here's what I want to do, right? Room. Okay. So we're gonna go boom. Okay. This is gonna be very, very good, I think. I hope. I'm hoping that everyone having a bedroom is really, really gonna help out with happiness. Obviously, I don't know that. But I can certainly hope it. And what we could do is do a room there. And then we do a... I guess a steel wall, just so it's blocked off. Yeah, that, seems like it's gonna be the best. That fire is spreading awfully fast. I mean, it gets rid of the grass, which is nice. We don't really need to worry about it. Okie dokie, but if it just lands on someone, that's a problem. Okay, seemingly they do put it out quite easily, though. Blight partners. Oh, lovely. Oh, because it's not like we had anything else to worry about. Okay, so... we're in a pickle, right? Everything seemingly is going well. As far as the base goes, I feel like we have a pretty nice design. These are going to be individual rooms. That way people don't feel that they're being overcrowded. Issue... food. Big time food. I don't know why, but nobody is making food. I have cooked simple meals. I have cooked fine vegetarian meals, because I'm just like, cook anything. And it's just not happening. Now, I feel like that's because the rice is just taking forever. Like, a lot of it is about to be done, and then we'll be able to actually, like, do what we gotta do. But, well, good news, Sally died. So, I'm wondering what has gone wrong here, because I think I know what went wrong. I should have prioritized rice first and foremost. I think that's what went wrong. Because honestly, everyone is pretty malnourished at the moment. Sally obviously had it the worst. Well, this is why I turned on reload saves, because good lord, this is going to be happening a lot. Now, I don't think that this is a bad setup, all things considered. Like, there's going to be unique rooms, we have a lot of storage, I have a medical room, I have, like, a kitchen where people can do chess and eat at and stuff. The wall, I feel like we shouldn't have made out of wood. Yeah, you know what? It seems like we... Okay, I have an idea, right? We'll just consider this a test run again. I think I'm going to restart. I have a funny idea for an ideology that I think I'm going to do, just because it's funny. And then I think I have more of an understanding of what I need to do as well. So, dude, like, the first 5 episodes are going to be nothing but a learning curve. But to be fair, at least we're learning early, and I'm getting the hang of things. I think potatoes and rice were a good idea. Issue, I think it just kicked in so late that by the time the rice is actually grown, everyone is starving to death and basically gone. We also didn't get many traders. If we had gotten a few more traders, I would have been willing to just, like, say, alright, let's just spend our money and get food. But that wasn't really the case. Also, debatably, maybe we shouldn't have taken on Lynx and Kuma? I don't know, man. Difficult. Difficult. Alright. Let's restart again. Okay. Alright. This time for sure. Because we have quite the array. So, Sally, you already know what she's about. She, obviously, is always in a good mood. She's a very quick learner. After all, look how many games she's been in. She's a hard worker for the exact same reason, and she's kind, because Sally would rather talk than fight. Of course, if you gotta fight, you gotta fight, but still. Then, we have everybody's favorite Crimson. I know, I can practically hear you applauding right now. So, Crimson, yeah, so she's always in a good mood, not for the same reason. You know, she has, like, a couple things that she likes, you know. She's really tough. She likes melee. You know, she's a little artistic. She's real good at melee, you know. She's not a very good talker or medical, though. So, you know, there is that. And then we have Sissy. I thought it was a funny name, so I kept it. Who is a bright child. Wow, incredible. She's not very good at talking, but she is good at everything else. And she's a drifter, because she couldn't quite figure out what she wanted to do. She's also a hard worker, and has perfect memory. After all, she apparently has psychic powers. So, right, third time is the charm. I'm going to adjust the mic slightly. There we go. So, we're hoping for the best here. We're using everything that we have learned so far in the third try, and ideally this time it's actually going to stick. But I think it's important to show all of our other attempts. Now, we do have a bunch of mega spiders and stuff that we do have to worry about somewhat nearby. So what I have queued up is I'm just going to block off this entire section and hope for the best. And ideally, they're never going to be a problem unless they burrow or something. I'm mining this out. This is going to be like our little storage area. I'll put a roof over it. It should be relatively good. I have the food areas ready to go. Potatoes and rice, once again, because I feel like they'll be good. We have a new dog named Danny. Ideally, this one is not going to get killed by a mountain lion that just wanders into camp. And then I also have a little starter base of operations here. Now, is it great? No. However, I think this is the one, right? We have individual rooms, so everyone should be happy. We've got a torch so that you can see. And then we have all of our cooking stuff right here with chairs, because apparently you're happier if you're sitting down while working. I also have all the trees ready to cut down. Eventually I'll do the bushes too, but we need to focus on the stuff that's important right now. So, yeah, we're kind of just hoping for the best for the moment, but I think this is pretty much going to be the start. I think this is it. We're putting everything that we've learned to use, because not only are we going to have an actual functioning home, we're going to be able to start making food. We're going to start growing food really early before we work on anything else. Crimson made a comment about bitter foods to Sally. So Sally talks about bell peppers. Would you consider a bell pepper bitter? Not really. I don't know. Anyway, sorry, I kind of got caught off guard by that one. I'm thinking that this should be really good. Like, yeah, the rooms are cramped, but better a cramped private room than a cramped group room, huh? That's kind of the thought process. Well, again, we're going to see how it goes. But in a perfect world, this should be the run. I also don't think we're going to restart again. I am just going to stick it through. Ideally, nobody dies. But if they do, what I think I'll do is we'll incorporate a little bit of lore where sometimes people just magically get genetically modified back into Sally, Crimson, and maybe Sissy. We'll see. Sally especially. Also, I was going to set up an ideology. I was going to set up a little bit of a meme thing where it was like women's supremacy, because, as you know, we love waifus here. I couldn't quite figure out how to set it up in a way that I wanted to, though, so we just have it off for the moment, and we'll fix it up later. Sally made a comment about practicing dice to Sissy. So, we don't have any psychic powers this go-around. So, yeah, unfortunately, we don't have the God run where we just can stun something from a distance. To be fair, right, we'll probably be able to get it, but it doesn't really help us in the here and now. I think something else... Sissy chatted... Why... You don't want to talk about shivs with her. I think what I want to do... I kind of want to set up a little bit of anti-fire if I can. Because as we saw, fire can get extremely out of hand very quickly. And I'm thinking, if we set up some kind of, like, perimeter to where the fire won't be quite as bad, I think that's going to be good. Obviously, once we start getting underground, which, by the way, we have a crap ton of room to expand this time around. Once we start getting inside our cave and getting, like, everything built right there, I think that's going to be better. I also think eventually we can turn these into, like, hospital rooms. And that'll probably be better, but for the moment they are just going to be regular rooms. And we're just going to hope for the best. There is also apparently... I thought that was a snake. Okay. Gotta be honest, thought it was a snake. But yeah. Third time's a charm, huh? Ah, what a wonderful, restful night that we're having. Ah, don't you just love it? Okay, so, I have spent a lot of time trying to set up a base that I think is going to be really, really good. I'm not going to say efficient because I don't think it is, even still. However, I think that this might just be the best layout yet. So here's what we got. So, obviously, rice farm, potato farm, you love to see it. We have our bedrooms and basic work areas right here. Debatably, we should separate these in case a random lightning attack happens, but you know what? Maybe it'll be fine. I am expanding to one more bedroom just in case we get anybody who decides to join us. I'm setting up a research table so that Sissy can get to work, or Sally even. Both would honestly do pretty well. I have... Okay, so... I'm doing my best here, right? Huge stockpile area. You love to see it. Just deconstruct that. So, it's a huge stockpile area just for all the stuff we could ever need. And then right here, I am attempting to make a fridge. The thought is there. We have a cooler, which will eventually be chilling down the room big time, just to make it so that stuff doesn't spoil quite as badly. And then along here, we've got a power cable which links to a wind turbine. Is the wind turbine going to be the best thing in the world? I don't know. But, I mean, hey, may as well try. If we can keep our food nice and cold without needing to use constant bits of wood, then I would like to do that. I'm also setting up a dedicated medical room just in case anybody gets injured so we don't have to give up beds. Our dog is still alive. I'm replacing some of the floors with something that is quote-quote less ugly. And then I'm also moving the torch so that it will completely light up this entire room by itself. Now, as far as needs and everything, we're doing pretty good. Apparently, we're really hot. And also, the bedroom is terrible, but you know what? We're working on it. Crimson is hungry, but she can go eat at any time. Disturbed sleep, I feel like, is just going to be permanent, considering there's a dog. But I'm pretty happy with this layout. I honestly think that this is me using every single bit that I've learned so far. Eventually, I would like to expand into this huge area and just make, like, one big base that splinters off to a bunch of, like, little branches and wings for dedicated stuff. And then we do also have to worry about the mega spider. I want to tame them, but I don't know if we can. So for now, I've kind of just closed off the area that leads to them so that they're not too much of a problem. We are also a little bit slow, a little bit low on steel. So what I'm doing is I have a few jobs set up to where we'll just run around and go dig out the steel, and hopefully we'll be able to bring that back. I have a massive steel wall because I don't want it getting burned down. We have some wooden fences just to prevent animals from coming and going as they please. I have some wolf skin sandbags because we did kill a wolf at some point. And overall, I'm pretty happy with the layout. Like, is it perfect? No. But, you know what? The idea is there. And I really think that we are doing really, really well. I genuinely believe that this is our best start so far. We also have a couple meditation posts set up. We have 2 horseshoe pins set up, just in case. And we also have a table where they can eat at. It's not a huge table, but it's a table nonetheless. We could also set up one more wolfskin thing. I don't think we need to right now, but maybe we will at some point. Ooh. I also want to haul these, because steel slag, I believe, can be turned into steel. And then this is our dumping grounds over here outside of the walls, because I don't think that we're going to need all that stuff very often. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and make sure that the zone is expanded. There we go. Perfect. Oh, yeah. Look at that. And we're building a wire, which is going to link up to the cooler. Oh-wee! This is some seriously good progress, and we are also going to try and build that windmill. Ideally, it's going to give us enough power to where we don't need to worry about our cooler, and that means that our cooler is going to be perfectly good. A new area has been revealed. Oh. Well, that's a problem. We can block this off. I mean, I was intending on expanding this at some point, but... You know what? It just helps us expand later. We'll go with that. It does mean we need to block it off a little bit earlier than I would have liked, but hey, what are you going to do? Okay, so this doesn't have power yet. Okay, wind turbine is blocked by the steel wall. I thought it would go over it. I see. Okay. Then we need to build it out here. Well, you live and learn, I suppose. Alright. Deconstruct this. And then... let's make... yeah, just like that. Dang it, man. Oh well. I mean, that does say that it is set up, though. So, I mean, there is that. Like, it's set up correctly, if nothing else. Now, it is going to be a little bit before we actually build that wind turbine, since we are working on the wall now. We also do have the title for Sissy. I haven't done it just yet, but we'll do it at some point. Oh, Crimson has gotten food poisoning because of an incompetent cook. What do you mean? Where's cooking? Where is cooking? You have 7 cooking. How are you incompetent? A weak professional. What? Oh, really? Right now? How many is it? Is it just the one? Maybe we can convince you to join us. That'd be nice. There's apparently a dead turkey over there. Alright, everyone. Come on. Let's all draft. Let's step outside. We Could also take this ancient bed at some point, too, but I kind of want to worry about the base. Once we get ourselves secured, I'll start worrying about, like, picking up, like, the ancient beds and stuff. But for now, we're just gonna keep doing what we're doing. Crimson, why don't you go ahead and just keep working, and let the two people with the guns take care of this. We don't have our sandbag set up yet, but whatever. What are you gonna do? Maybe they'll run into an animal and we won't have to worry about it. I know you're coming. I know you're coming. I don't know when, I don't know how. I barely know why. But I know that you will come. Oh. They're beginning their assault. You know what? Maybe I'm preparing a little bit too early. I should probably be preparing, like, when it says that they're coming. Ooh, Sissy taking a really early shot. Looks like one of them hit. Okay, a little bit off. We got a headshot, apparently. Wow, you are just close to invulnerable, aren't you? Huh. Okay. Well, undraft. We're done. Hi. How many bullets can you take? Goodness. We do also have to rebuild that torch at some point. Okay. Everyone is mostly back to normal. Sally has gotten food poisoning. Lovely. Why are we not cooking? We should be cooking. Sissy. I guess we'll worry about it later. Now, I'm really hoping that food poisoning doesn't become a huge issue, but at the very least, we do have, like, an income of food. So, you know, that could certainly be worse. We could be starving to death again. Also, this squirrel has got to go. Hang on. Crimson, come kill the squirrel. It's just sitting in here being a bother. Get rid of it. Thank you. Appreciate it. Okay, let's see. And I also want to be sure... Yes, butcher creature. Okay, good, 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 good. Excellent. Look at that. We're making good use of the stuff that we got. Oh, and I also built these vents. I don't know how extremely useful they're going to be, but we have them built. You never know. Okay. We're all eating. Sissy is cooking. Good. Once we get a roof over the new spot of the house, that'll probably also help as well. I imagine all the open air with both our food and everything else is probably not helping. Although we do have a crap ton of medicine because we haven't been in too much danger this time around, so that's good. Also, I want to expand the zone. There we go. Much, much better. The more we have, the better. IMO. We also do still need to harvest these trees. I would also like to harvest these when they're fully grown because we could turn those into medicine. Crimson and Sally are having trouble, but I'm sure they'll be okay. After all, like I said, we do have a ton of medicine. We just need all that wood, honestly. Well, what we really need is more people, but I'm not going to recruit... Oh, debatably I should, actually. Like, maybe instead of killing these people, I should, yeah, maybe I should actually be recruiting them. A timber wolf is hunting Danny. And where is this happening? There he is. Crimson, go kill this fool. Excellent. Mess with my dog again, see what happens. Oh. Well, that sucks. Everyone was sleeping, so we weren't able to give medical attention to the dog, who then bled out. Stuff dies in this game so easy, bro. Why is everything so squishy in this game? And the EMI field. Trevor is calling for help. He is hiding from a group of mechanoids. He wants to flee and join you at Sound Hope. However, he can only destroy the mechanoids by activating an ancient EMI dynamo. If he joins you, an EMI field will be generated, shutting down electrical devices for 7.3 days. Desperate to stay hidden, Trev claims to be unable to tell you more about himself. We don't have anything electrical going yet. So, sure. Come on over, I suppose. That does put a little bit of a waiting time on our stuff, but it is still disabling electric. Okay. Now, why are you upset? Oh, because you saw multiple rotting corpses. You don't like your bedroom. Apparently it's hot? Interesting. Maybe we can fix that. Hang on. So if I do temperature, passive cooler, and then I just put it like right here. Well, but that totally blocks the... I don't want to put one in every single room. That seems excessive. What if I put one right here, and we just go with that? How about that? Okay, Trev has joined, and he looks amazing. Alright. Well, we're just gonna hope for the best here, aren't we? A cougar is hunting Sissy. Really? Absolutely not. Death. You want it? It's yours, my friend. Ah, Sissy, run! Crimson, if you could just, or Sally, if you could just come over here and shoot. Yeah, that's a good spot. There we go. Well done, everyone. Sissy joked about vomiting. Gross. So, apparently, by the way, we have something called ambrosia sprouts. So, we're just letting those grow, and we're going to see what happens with that. Well, here's hoping that passive cooler is somewhat good. We do need to clean up our rooms at some point. Solar flare. The intense radiation will shut down all electrical... Okay, well, they're already off, so... You know, that might really suck later, especially because at some point I plan to do a bunch of like mechanoid stuff. So that could be a, you know, huge problem. So is this connected? Hang on, I need to figure out how to connect this. So let's do power conduit. Yeah, so we should be good to go. Oh, I see, but it's permanently off at the moment. Okay, right. But that does mean that we actually have a working way to get power. That's nice. That's nice. We're gonna have food that actually lasts. This is good stuff. This is what it's all about. I see you're using one of our medical beds, but that's fine. Definitely need more trees. We need to cut down more trees. Once we've actually finished crafting everything, I'm gonna start really focusing on research. But, obviously, I would like us to be fully set up before we do research. Okay, Sissy is having a little bit of a hard time, but that's okay. Let's see, so this is just kind of cooling, so I guess it's good enough. Apparently it's good for 5 days, so there we go. Everything's all closed up. Yeah, the solar flare is ending. Nice. Okay. Psychic drone for females. Alright, so we're gonna... Sissy is already having a bit of a hard time, so it's about to get even worse. That's not great, but, you know. It is what it is and all that. At some point, I want to expand this wall. That way we can actually turn this into a real, just kind of walk-in cooler. Actually, what I'll do... I'm going to smooth these walls. And then we should be pretty much good to go. This is going to be a nice little room we've got here. Okay, that's fine. Drone level's low. That's fine. Yep. Oh no, not the traveling traders. Oh, goodness gracious. Whatever will we do? Oh, gosh darn. To be fair, if they actually clear these out, I'm gonna go loot it. Seems like they did quite easily. I don't know why they went down here to attack that, but, huh. Right, I'm just gonna... I don't want to take stuff that I think is theirs. So I'm gonna wait for them to move away. And then I'm gonna... I won't just go in there and take some stuff. Like, for example, this, pump shotgun? You're not gonna use that, right? How about, that scarab, this, these... Is this thing still alive? Downed cannot crawl. You know what? This is our time. This is our time. Who's the best? Hang on. Where's Tame? I see Train. Okay. Sissy? Come tame it. Oh. It is hostile and will attack when your colonist tries to tame it. Well, it's injured, though, so maybe we can get away with it. Or it'll die. I don't know. This guy's dead, so I'm just gonna come loot him as well. And then we'll also come loot these insect jelly things. And we'll just see how that goes. Yeah, these traders are just kind of sitting here doing their own thing. So, I mean, they won't mind if I just, you know, swoop in and, see what it's all about, right? Everyone is sleeping! To be fair, there's nothing I want from them anyway. They're mainly selling extremely overpriced guns. But still. Now, before I got a phone call that interrupted me, I was gonna say, I think what our end goal is gonna be. I want a bunch of Moyo girls, because I like how they look. And I also want a bunch of mechanoids. I believe that's how you say that. And then I think our end goal is basically just going to be have a colony of almost pure mechanoids. Have a colony of almost pure Moyos. Have a colony that is effectively our central hub that could have everything that we need. Maybe we kill a faction. I don't know about that one because that, you know, seems hard. But still. Blocked by trees? Are you serious? Well, we'll deal with it soon. Frickin' wind turbines. Man, wind turbines are really finicky, aren't they? Well, we'll get it figured out. What I'm thinking is probably the best idea is to have, like, 2 wind turbines and just have, like... Yeah, maybe that's the best idea. Just have, like, multiple wind turbines. I wonder how good the insect jelly is. I wonder if it's just, like, trash or if it's actually something that we should be worried about getting. I mean, to be fair, if they just want to hang out in the spot that I have blocked off, I am not going to stop them. Trev is going to get all those spiders. That's fine. He's technically not even part of the crew yet, so A-okay with me. Maybe we can turn these, the bugs into something, too. That'd be cool. Seems like they're moving out on their own way. Yes, you have a good one. I will see you when I see you. Thanks for stopping by. Be sure to come back soon. Honestly, it's really, you know, it doesn't feel good to say. But, maybe we should just let this guy die and then loot him. Like, we do need more people, right? Wait, what? A royal tribute collector. They will accept any prisoners and gold he offers tribute. The one who gives over the tribute will receive the honor for fulfilling the tradition and supporting the upper houses. You can expect a tribute collector to arrive roughly twice per year as long as you are not enemies. Oh. Also, we got a quest. A friendly AI from your past has sent you a message. He reveals that he has a starship hidden on this planet and sends you its world coordinates. The starship is in deep hibernation mode. You'll have to start it up when you arrive, then defend it from raiders trying to steal it until the startup sequence completes. It will be a long, difficult series of battles. If you can get it off the ground, he will take you off this RimWorld to the stars. Okay, well, I don't think we're going to do that right now. But we might do that at some point. Now, you two apparently want supplies, so honestly, I'm gonna do that. Let's see. They need medicine to attempt a life-saving operation on a fellow traveler who was attacked by mechanoids. Okay. Well, I'm okay with helping you. Crimson, can you come pick this up? They want 4, right? Okay, let's see. So we can give them this. We can give them Crimson. Okay, apparently Crimson could care less. Do they want herbal or do they want regular medicine? Wait a minute. Am I stupid? Yeah, they want 4 herbal medicines. Hang on a minute. So, Crimson, do you still have that medicine on you? Really wish I could see your... Actually, wait a minute. Can't I? Wait. Gear. Aha! Okay, let's drop that. Sally, come pick this up. And then also come pick this up. By the way, just now learned that you can shift tab and do that. Okay, where are they at? You. Okay. Why is it not letting me? Okay, well, you guys might just be out of luck, because apparently nobody wants to give you the stuff. I don't know why, though. This is a charity request. I mean, alright, even Sally doesn't want to help you, so I guess you guys are just out of luck. You know it's bad when even Sally doesn't want to help you. That is, that's really telling that you guys must suck. Well, sorry about that, you two. But you're out of luck, I'm afraid. Sissy, what are you doing? You're just harvesting trees. Okay. Sounds good. Actually, Sissy, can you... Wait a minute. Gear... You drop the helmet. And Trev... You come get the helmet. Nice. There we go. That's a lot better. Much more preferred. Yeah, I don't know what the deal is. I don't know why we can't donate to them, but I guess it's just one of those things. Also, a little bit upset that we can no longer tame the mega spiders, but at the same time, I mean, they probably would have killed us anyway. So maybe it's for the best that I don't even have the chance to try. Okay, caravan. They seek resources, but I mean, you're just completely out of luck. Then there's also the tribute collector. I don't really have anything to give you. I guess I could trade with you. Does that count? I don't have anyone to sell you or anything, though. And you don't have anything to trade either, nor do I have anything that you would want. Okay, well. It's one of those things, I guess. I mean, technically, I could give you the teacher guy over there, but... No. Alright, well. At the very least, this little section down here is a lot safer, because we no longer have to worry about the mega spiders making a move on us. But again, I would have liked to tame them. Psychic drone is ending, so 3 out of 4 of our colonists are going to be a little bit happier. I also like that they're respecting our walls, and they're not coming directly inside our base. I like that. That means that our wall is actually worth something. Gift from the Fallen Empire. They have left a gift, a nerve spiker and a steel knife. Thanks. Holy, what is that? Nerves, but dude, that thing looks real scary. It's like a crossbow or something. I guess we literally have to turn it on and then it'll do its thing? Oh, I thought this was a fire. Look, alright, I've got a lot going on. Why does everyone feel sick? What is that? Detected a component mining work site nearby, controlled by the treaty. Huh? What does that mean? Does that mean I shouldn't be mining over here? I don't know what that means. Somebody please explain. I don't know. Okay, so the more I think about it, right? Because there's, quote, quote, a lot of downtime in between us doing stuff. So what I'm sort of coming to the conclusion of is I definitely want to do mass mechtoids, right? It seems fun, and that's what I want to do. Sally, what is with you and talking about vomiting recently? You gotta calm that down. Like, I don't know what is up with you bringing that up, but, you gotta not do that as much, ideally. By the way, just looking over here, good lord. But, what I'm thinking, right? Because I was giving it a little bit of a look-see. Apparently, we can get basic mechtoids actually pretty quickly. I don't know what exactly else we would need, but seemingly we can get it quite soon. Something else I do want to do, though, is I want to actually get our technology, like, going, because we haven't done a single bit of it. And, we kind of have a lot. So I'm thinking of doing tree sowing into cocoa, right? That way we have something to trade. Maybe we can make coffee. I don't know if that really, like, maybe it helps us feel a little bit better. Like, have your morning cup of joe. I don't know. But we're also setting up a little prison area, because my thinking is, if we can recruit people who just come and try and kill us, that would be ideal. So let's see. I want to set it... for prisoners, yeah. Because we could put someone in here, right? And then Sally is our best talker, so she could come in here. She's like, hey, buddy, wow, you know, aw, man. Sure would be a shame, you know, if you had to go back home where it sucks. Like, you could just stay here, I mean, if you wanted to. Or something like that. That seems like a Sally thing to do. I'm also going to expand our wolfskin barricade just a little bit. Actually, let me see. So it's 10. So I can do 20. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Look at that. We have an actual semi-functional barricade now. Also, I'm going to pick up that tree because it is directly in the way. Do not want that if we can avoid it. We do also have the title that we need to go get at some point. Everyone's over here doing a little bit of mining for all the steel. I'd say, you know, I am certainly not opposed to how we're doing right now, especially because we actually have, like, defenses, we have weapons, we have a functional wall. We're gonna need to block this up just so people don't go exploring too hard, but you know what? It's okay. Yeah, we have so much steel now. I am really, really glad with how we're doing. I'm debating if we should do something with these mushrooms, but I don't really... I don't know. I mean, maybe we could make them into stuff. Let's see, Sissy, you're kind of going into the scary part. You're eating the goo. Okay. I'm just gonna imagine that eating the goo did not make you horribly sick. Rot stink. A rotten stink invades my nostrils and sticks to my skin. It makes me sick. Well, to be fair, you know, you really... you shouldn't be over here, to be fair. It is quite a walk back, but we'll be okay. Everyone's going to bed. This single torch is somehow lighting up this entire room, but you know what? We do not question. We simply accept that it works. Let's go ahead and speed up time. By the way, I do want to say, I know so far this series has been all over the place. I do apologize for that. I'm trying to make it, like, as concise as possible, but obviously I'm still trying to figure out the game as I play. And since I don't really know what to do 100% of the time, there is a lot of points where I'm kind of just, like, AFK trying to figure something out. Trev almost having a break, but he does manage to resist it. Very, very close. I do think this is the save that we're going to keep regardless, though. And I think what we're going to do, right? Because Sally, let's be honest, she's the main character. She's literally channel mascot. If she dies, I think what we'll do is we'll just genetically overwrite someone and bring her back. So she'll only be temporarily gone. Oh, we have visitors. A group from the Labist tribe. Well, when they get closer, I'll trade with them. Okay, everything's all set up. Sally is resuming her mining. I am a little bit worried about this wolf, just because all the other ones have attacked us. To be fair, though, we're doing really, really good on steel. I thought they were going to go for the woof, but I guess not. Yes, I will trade. What haveth you, good sir? You've detected a hunting worksite nearby. I don't really know what that means. Book of Mutators. In this mediocre grimoire, an eldritch believer describes his brutal experiments on a captured man-like figure made of metal and blades. A chapter describes a theory wherein distant hyperintelligence can physically manipulate human cognition, reshaping a person's thoughts to align with its own mind patterns. The book is terrifying in content and tedious in execution. Right. I don't know what that means. I'll take your herbal medicine, and you can have the Moyo blood bag. Yeah. I don't really want anything else that you have, at least not yet. Okay, I think I gotta set the wind turbine to a better spot. We do still have the EMI field going, which probably isn't helping. Especially because as soon as we had our freezer set up, that's when the EMI system went in. Oh, breaking Lumi out. A prisoner being held has managed to steal a radio and call you. Lumi is being held at a camp near Sound Hope under armed guard. I see. She's a 13-year-old caravan child. She says there's an enemy outpost at the site guarded by one Neanderthal, and there may be an unknown threat. Can I see it? There's apparently only one enemy and an unknown threat. Where's our... Is this us? I guess we could try it. Alright. Here's what we'll do. Save on the just in case save. Then... Wait. How do I... quests. There it is. Okay. Let's send a caravan. We're gonna bring... You know what? Hang on. Before we do this, Trev, come pick up the nerve spiker. Okay, you're puking a little bit. That's fine. Why don't we, There we go. Now that you're all set up, you got some medicine. Let's send a caravan. Trev and Crimson. Okay, good luck, you two. Oh, actually. Hang on. Travel supplies. Hang on, we want to bring some more stuff. Can I bring, like, some more food? Not that I'm seeing. Okay, go ahead and try, I guess. Ideally, this goes well. I've never done this before, so kinda hoping that they don't just, like, keel over. That tribe is also leaving our area, so that's good. Okay, now we're traveling. Oh, I see. We're literally split into two groups. Okay. Well, I guess we'll know when we get there. So what I'm thinking, right? Eventually, if we have a bunch of, like, mechs, I want to say that they'll probably just be able to do all, like, the work and stuff, and maybe even some of the combat for us. I don't know, but I have, like, a very light picture in mind where I imagine they can kind of just do whatever you build them for. Again, I don't know that, but it seems like the most logical thing to think. Once Crimson and Trev show up, I will see what's going on. We do also have to extend our house a little bit. Now, okay. Really, really important. I was also told, apparently, room size really matters. And quality really matters. So it actually says, so impressiveness is awful. Wealth is impoverished. Yeah. It's cramped, it's neutral, and it's clean. So if we make it a little bit bigger, I think we would all be happy with that. So what I'm going to do... It's not much bigger, but it helps. I guess we could... we could start with this and just see if it's good enough. Yeah. And then because no one will be here for the moment, what we could do is break these, right? And then build that. That might be okay? We'll see. We'll see. I mean, it's a little bit more space, right? Raid with Tantosh. What the heck are you? You're like a wolf person? Huh. Well, we both have guns, so let me tell you what we're gonna do. We're going to draft. Sissy, you're gonna be right here. Sally, you're gonna be right here. Let's get into position. Okay. Still got a little ways to go, but you are coming right for us, so... It's for the best that we are prepared. Here it comes. Run! Run, Ram! Okay, our accuracy is just doing amazing. Oh, we slowed you down! Could have been worse. So you're dead. You're a boss or something. Apparently we can eat you too. I'm gonna not do that. However, I do want your stuff. I guess I'll take your serum. And alright. Now we're almost there. Okay, just keep doing your thing. Oh, right. And you're both good. Do what you're gonna do. See, just imagine how cool it'd be with a bunch of mechs running around while all of our people are just happy and, like, doing research and stuff, right? Is that just me? Am I the only one who thinks that'd be awesome? Alright. Fair enough. Well, in the morning when everyone wakes up, we'll expand just a little bit further. Now, what I'm thinking is it's probably width that matters the most. It's probably not, like, length, but, you know, what are you gonna do? We're making the most out of what we got as far as, like, rooms go. Oh. You two are almost there. Okay. We have plenty of wood, so I'm really not worried about it. And we're, yeah, almost 900 wood just waiting to be collected. We're absolutely good to go. Sally, you've... I should have seen that coming. It's not like that was entirely unexpected. What is dying? The ram. Okay. Sissy said a word about engineers. See? Look, even Sissy is thinking about the mechs, right? So it's not just me. I see we share a similar wavelength, Sissy. I do. I like something about you. Okay, actually, what I want to do... Let's do this. And then we'll... cancel that. Mine that. Break these. Yeah. Break this. break those. Okay. I mean, they're... This is stupid. They're long bedrooms, but I don't think that I would necessarily call them better bedrooms. What we can also do is we can extend this wall just a little bit. I don't want to mine all this out until we actually have the new person, just in case. Okay, we're getting even more steel. Good to go. You two should be relatively close at this point. Okay, you're about to arrive. The caravan has run out of food. That's okay. Okay, so we're here. So jump to location. Ah! Well, there's Lumi. There's also Giblet Caves, whatever the heck that means. There is also a potential unknown threat around here, apparently, so we need to worry about that. Okay, both of you are drafted, so... Ooh, Crimson is feeling a little bit sick. That's alright. Okay, both of you, go for this guy. Trev, you are, Trev. Okay. Apparently the area is safe now, so I want to go inside. Or there's probably a chance that he shoots Crimson, right? That was a little bit too close for comfort. What the heck is all this? Bunch of masks and stuff? Huh. You also have some food. Okay, let's undraft. Crimson, why don't you pick these things up? Then Trev, let's have you pick up these. Why not? There is also a bed that I would have liked to pick up, but I guess not. And we need to go talk to Lumi. Trev, you're gonna be better at talking to Lumi. I guess not. There's also a Red Moyo who's wearing a bit of an odd outfit. Alright, I guess Crimson will go talk. Crimson, you're good at busting down doors. Let's have you go do that. There's also a bunch of monkeys around. And a turtle! Turtles! Okay, let's go pick... Yeah, let's pick this up. Maybe it'll be enough to feed us on the way home. Crimson, do your thing. Bust down that door! Okay, Crimson is also a little bit injured, which I'm worried about, but it's mainly bruising. Okay, Crimson, let's talk to Lumi. Hello! Hi, Lumi! Wait, do you have a mustache, Lumi? No, you're just a little dirty. Okay, that's fine. Let's pick all this up, because we can use this on the way back. Okay. I kind of want to let these people out. This might be a really bad mistake, letting them out, but you know what? Hi. Oh, you're dead. Well, the idea was there. I guess that's why it's called a giblet. Ah, because they're eating them. I see. Crimson, can you come pick this up? And then we're all gonna head home. Okay. Now, all three of you, let's go back to World. How do I... I'm unsure how to send them home. So let's do that. Do we draft? Ah, form caravan. Here we go. Reform caravan, and then we set it to there. Wait, you right-click for this? Well, it'll work. Apparently we can take him, but I don't want to. Travel supplies, just take it all. Apparently we have a mechanoid slag chunk. Alright. Well, while you're all heading home, we're just gonna continue the, what we're doing. Try to get a nice little room set up, huh? Okay, we do need to clean up, though. When everyone's awake, I'm gonna have everyone clean up. Even more potatoes for us. Very, very nice. Look at that. I think we've established a stable colony, boys. Yeah, we needed a little help from traders, but still. Are you the one that's tamed? Yes, you are. We should name you. How do I name you? I can't. Well, since I guess you're just going to be tamed from now on, I'm going to set up a... hang on, I think it's under structure. Furniture. Animal sleeping spot. Alright. And the squirrel now lives with us. Nice and safe in our home of homes. Not bad at all. Alright, so yeah, officially we have a stable base. And we also have a fair handful of colonists who I think are going to do wonderfully. So, with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching this episode of RimWorld. By the way, thank you for the patience. I'm sure that watching me fumble around is not easy. But you know what? I am trying my best, and I'm having fun. So, whatever. I do think I am starting to get the hang of stuff. But, you know, to say that I'm completely good is... that would be a lie. But I am trying my best, and I think that we have improved a lot. So, what's our goal for the next episode? I think what I want to do... we desperately have to start researching, because we just haven't at all this whole time. So, we're going to start researching. Why, hello! Okay, so, Shadow from the future here, just cutting in real quick. So, I was recording for like 20 minutes, showing you guys the new base. Some traders came by, Olga showed up. Yeah, so, I thought I had hit the record button, but apparently I did not. So let me give you a quick rundown, because I thought I went over it, but I didn't. So Olga was being chased by murderous rats and decided to join us. So we now have Olga. We had a group of bulk traders come by who we bought some food from. Not these potatoes. We bought a bunch of meat, which was then immediately turned into food. Then I dug a hole right here. I expanded the wall out. And we set up this glorious area for all of our farming needs. So we got potatoes, or I'm sorry, we got corn, we got potatoes, and then we got rice. Not as much rice, because apparently rice is like a little bit finicky and really, really wants like a specific type of soil, so only a little bit of it. Corn is just going to be really nice. It doesn't spoil easily. Potatoes basically grow in everything. And then we are replacing our rice field with a potato field because the more potatoes we can get, the better. Let me see. What else did I think I showed you? I do want to get research going. I think I already mentioned that. Honestly, I don't think you missed too terribly much. I think I've given you the TLDR, but another thing, if you guys know how to make some characters not wear headgear, I'd appreciate it, because our starting 3, I would prefer not to wear any headgear, at least for the moment. But yeah, that's pretty much all you missed. I do wonder how we can build some, like, mushrooms and stuff, because I don't know that it's, like, a good thing to be eating, but it's gotta be better than what we've got. Although, we definitely have a stable colony going, which I am so freaking proud of myself for. Granted, you guys have been a crap ton of help. I don't think I would have gotten this far without you guys, but the similarities between Kenshi and RimWorld are actually quite high, which I'm pretty, I find pretty funny. I am also debating adding all the Kenshi mods at some point. I don't know if that's going to brick or save, though, so we'll think about it. And then maybe in the future we'll do that. But it's just kind of like a fun thing to think about. But yeah, corn, potato, rice, more potato, and we also need to expand our storage. So yeah, back to past me. So yeah, we're going to start researching. We're just going to let everyone do their thing. I'm not going to set up any mining tasks for a little bit because I want all of this stuff to be hauled in. I want everything to be put where it's supposed to go. I want food to be cooked. I want stuff to get cleaned up. And I want people to actually be able to rest up for a little bit. But once all of that is said and done, ideally, we can expand our production a little bit, and we should be extremely well off. Like, I'm pretty happy with this colony. I well and truly do think that this is a show that I am improving. I mean, we do need to mess around with the wind turbines a little bit because they're not perfect. But to be fair, I don't think we're expecting that to be our permanent source of power anyway. But it'll do for the moment. Now, who was it? It was Sally and Trev? Alright. So what I'll do, let's just... I guess we'll uninstall it for now. We'll uninstall this one for now. And then we will make a double bed. Right here when they're done. I hope that works. We'll see. But yeah. So, thank you guys so much for watching. And also, thank you for all the tips and all the patience. You guys are helping me learn quite quickly. Now, I will say one thing that I do find funny. I think my time with Kenshi has potentially helped me out a lot here because there's a lot of similarities. Even down to the wind turbines and just building a wall. But yeah, ideally we're not going to get struck by lightning or anything, and our all-wood house is going to get burnt down. But eventually what I would like to do is just make this right here just one huge living area, maybe with a little bit of bigger rooms and some actual like pieces of art so that people aren't unhappy all the time, and then we can actually house people that are coming and going, and we'll be able to actually fulfill those quests. Debatably, I can't believe I'm saying this, we might need to make our stockpile room even bigger. And another thing I want to do, and I probably should have done this to begin with, I think I want to move the cooler so that it's just venting into this empty room, and then put the door on the outside so that you could just walk straight in instead of having to go through a door, through another door, pick it up, and then go through both doors again. I think that'll be for the best. But, for the moment, thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.